And class question number 2 requires once again that we should be able to find the value of x. And in finding the value of x here, we should be able again, you can from the way the question is, we have 16 to power of x square equals to 8 to the power of 4x minus 3. And 16 can be expressed in terms of its prime factors, and this prime factor here for 16 will be 2 to the power of 4, and 8 again can be expressed to base 2, and basically 8 is 2 to the power of 3. And now we can simply write what we have said here, that perhaps what we have is to the power of x squared, then this one is equal to 8 to the power of 4x minus 3. And we have already hinted that in basically 2 to the power of 4, then of course we have x squared, and this one is equal to 8 is to the power of 3, and there we have 4x minus 3. And basically class, what follows next here, this is a power, this power, and therefore we multiply. We should be able to have it on the right hand side as being 2 to the power of 4x squared, and this we say should be equal to 2 raised to the power of 12x. Then we say this one minus 9. And class, the way to go about this, we say that on the left hand side, the number we have is the same as the number we have on the right hand side, but the base on the left is 2, and the base on the right is equal to 2. Then for the two numbers to be equal, we say that the powers will be equal. Therefore, what follows next class here is that we have to equate 4x squared to be equal to 12x, then this one minus 9. And the class, it is also clear that if we rearrange this, we'll be able to form a quadratic equation. And remember that for a quadratic equation, we have ax squared plus bx, then plus c is equals to 0. So basically, x is reducing from power 2 then to power 1, and here x is to the power of 0, because basically we know that a number raised to the power of 0 is simply 1. So we want to rearrange this to form a quadratic equation, and that quadratic equation will be simply 4x squared minus 12x then plus 9 is equals to 0. So class, we have a number of ways in which this equation can be solved. One of the way is by use of the complete square method. Then the other way is by use of the quadratic formula. The other way is by use of a graphical method, and the other one is by factorization. So you have several ways of solving this equation. But for the sake of this, I'll want to make use of factorization. And the class, for us to be able to make use of factorization, then it implies that we have to look for two numbers whose sum is negative 12, and whose product is a times c, and a is 4 and the c is 9. So 4 times 9 class gives us that 6, and the two numbers that you can multiply to, you can add to get negative 12, and you can multiply to get positive 36. Those two numbers are negative 6 and basically negative 6. So class, next now we have to really make use of those factors to be able to express negative 12 in terms of negative 6x and plus negative 6x. So this now what we have 4x squared, and this one we say minus x, and this one minus 6x we say plus 9 is equals to 0. So here the way we go about it is that we group this into 2, and more often I will encourage that you group by way of underlining if you have 2, then as compared to introducing a bracket, because we know that when you introduce a bracket and we have outside a negative number, then it has to change the meaning of what we have inside that bracket. So instead of making use of a bracket, I've said that if you have 2, then at least underline. So class, what's common between 4x squared and 6x is x. So that means that I have out x, and I will, if I have of 4 here, I'll begin with another x. And if I pull out 2x from 6x, I should be able to remain with 3. And you know now what is common between 6x and the 9 is 3. So that means that I should be able to pull out 3. And if I will have and I will have to change the sign inside that bracket. That means it will be minus 3, and basically that should be equal to 0. So class, you can see that 2x minus 3 is the same as the 2x minus 3 in the other bracket. So therefore, there is need for us to factor. And if we factor out, we'll have 2x minus 3. Then, of course, we have another 2x minus 3 that way. So that should be equal to 0. Then a class, such such functions, we call them a question of with the roots. And in this case here, we need to find that root, and basically that root will be able to give us the value x. So we say that x minus is equal to 0, and therefore this means that x is equal to 3, and as such x equal to 3 all over 2. But in mathematics, we do say that your answer should not be left in terms of an improper fraction. You should either have it as a mixed fraction or as a decimal. And as a decimal, the value of x will simply be 1.5. But we now need once again to look at okay, so that is it. We were required to find the value of x, and we have found the value of x to be simply 1.5. So that is it.